Hey Austin, we're here to see your gym and fridge.
Yo, what's up guys? Welcome to my crib. I heard you wanted to see my fridge in my gym. Let's go. Girl, why don't we spend a little time in the middle on the floor? Never done it like this before.
What's up with that fridge?
So this fridge I had wrapped by my boy Bruno at Metro Wraps. He also did my studio and my car. Instead of having just a plain silver fridge, you might as well just wrap that too. So this is my fridge right here. The main staple for me is a lean body because this can get me through many days, whether I wake up and I start my day with this or maybe I'll drink one after the gym. Anytime I'm hungry, this is good. My diet mainly consists of eggs, steak, chicken, rice, protein bars, some fruits in between.
Do you cook?
I definitely don't cook, but there's enough guys that live in this house that, you know, are good enough chefs that'll whip up anytime, so I'm definitely lucky to have them around.
What's something you'll never find in your fridge?
What you'll never see in my fridge is regular cow's milk. Found out that it wasn't the healthiest, so I made the switch to almond milk. I don't really drink too many juices, you know, I'll have some vitamin waters like after the gym or after I play ball, but other than that, I just keep it to water.
What do you have for breakfast?
What I eat for breakfast is either a protein bar or a lean body or eggs. I got Chef Bob that whips up eggs in the kitchen for the whole squad every morning, so shout out to Bob. We love you, bro.
Are you a foodie?
I wouldn't consider myself a foodie, like I'm not too experimental, but you know, I'm not afraid to try something every once in a while. So in this drawer right here, I have apples, I have cuties, I have potatoes for the breakfast time. This bottom drawer is full of Coronas. This is not my go-to drink. I actually don't like beer at all, but I never touch these.
Do you drink any alcohol?
Right here I have a bottle of Chardonnay. I think my drink of choice anytime is a bottle of wine. A nice glass of wine at the end of the night is what I need to send me off to sleep the right way, you know?
What do you eat before a performance?
What do I eat before a performance? I usually keep it light because I don't think it's ever a good idea to go on stage with a full stomach. I'll just keep it real plain. Chicken and rice, steak and rice.
Have you ever been on a diet?
The only diet that I've really done is really just switching from being a young boy and like being able to eat like fruit roll-ups, candy and all that all the time. Like, you know, when you're young, you just burn that off super quick. But once I got older, I was like, all right, now I'm really starting to see, you know, the effects of eating good and how much it helps you, especially with energy.
Who made you want to eat healthier?
The person that put me on this healthy path was my bodyguard, Joe Gable. I've known him since I was 15, since I joined the game. And ever since then, he's just, you know, over the years slowly taught me how to eat better. Once I hit like 18, he was like, all right, bro, you gotta start tightening up, like you're a man now.
What's your protein of choice?
My protein of choice, I think, is probably fish. All the fish in Miami is super fresh. There's always great sushi places. I got some stone crabs up the street.
Do you drink coffee?
I love coffee. I think I definitely need at least 1 cup every morning just to get me started.
What's your guilty pleasure?
My guilty pleasure is definitely pizza and donuts and ice cream.
What do you grab from the fridge at 2 in the morning?
So tough, honestly. Like when I'm in the studio at like 2, 3 a.m., I'll come in here and I'll see the grapes in the fridge and I'll be like, I can't do that. I'll just make myself some eggs and then cry myself to sleep. And as you can see, I have a lot of sauces here, but the only one that I personally love is the ketchup. I'm from San Antonio, Texas, and I've been eating ketchup on everything my whole life, so this is always my go-to for everything. I put ketchup on eggs, tamales. People thought it was weird that I put ketchup on my ham and turkey on Thanksgiving. That's cool, I don't mind. It's just me, I like it. I don't know who let this in here, but it ain't mine. And I'm gonna throw it in the trash right now. I think that's it for the fridge. All right, I'm gonna go grab my sneakers because it's time to work out. Follow me. As you can tell, I have a lot of sneakers, but I think today these are the ones I'm gonna go with for the gym, just because I can run very easily in them. I would say the sneakers that people get most impressed with are my Air Mags. Definitely my most expensive pair that I own, the Air Mags from Back to the Future. I love that movie. You know, I got these right before I went on tour, and I rocked them on tour. Got a few stains on them. That's why I don't bring them out too much, because I don't want to keep dirtying them up. I also have a pair of the first Louis Vuitton all red Yeezys that Kanye made like 10 years ago. So those are definitely probably like my top 2 favorite pairs. My newest pair of sneakers are the Comme des Garçons low tops over there. I also have these blue Goyard Vans in the corner and those cheetah print Converse. Before we go work out, I want to show you guys my favorite piece from my closet. This robe right here, I could honestly say is probably my most favorite piece of clothing that I own, because I got this when I was doing a campaign for Dolce & Gabbana in Italy. I wasn't wearing it, some other kid was wearing it, but I saw it from afar and I was like, oh my gosh, that is the dopest robe that I've ever seen in my entire life. And then I went up to Mr. Gabbana and I was like, Mr. Gabbana, I love that robe so much. Like, when does that come out? Like, can I get that in stores? And he was like, oh, I would love to give to you, but we need this piece to make more. We only made one. He was like, but I'll just give it to you anyway. And I was like, whoa, this is a robe that I want you to bury me in, because I'm gonna have this for my entire life.
Do you wear it?
Yeah, I wear it. What are you talking about? I wear it almost every night.
Okay, let's do your gym. How often do you work out?
4 to 5 times a week.
What do you consider an intense workout?
I would say an hour of weights and an hour of playing basketball.
What does your morning workout look like?
My morning workout looks like me coming in here, hitting the weights for about 30, 40, and then doing cardio for like 20.
What keeps you motivated?
What keeps me motivated is just wanting to look good all the time. I never want to look at myself and be like, oh man, I lost it.
How do you keep in shape on the road?
Just finding any gym that I can, any place I can just grab a weight and lift it. Special equipment that I use a lot sometimes would be my go-to, which is the shake weight. I'm kidding, I never use this thing. My go-to weight or workout, I think, would be just running on the treadmill.
How much do you run?
Usually between 15, 20 minutes. Cardio as a performer is probably the most important thing, because I'm running back and forth on the stage, I'm singing at the same time, so I need to have my cardio up.
How do you keep your mind fit?
How do I keep my mind fit? I meditate every day, I read sometimes. You know, I think staying in the gym definitely helps my mental a lot too, especially when I'm in the studio songwriting. It helps the juices start flowing, so.
What's your favorite part of the workout?
Honestly, is when I'm done and I'm walking out the gym, because I always give 100% and I'm exhausted at that time. So I'm just like, all right, I got my shake, I'm ready to start my day.
What's your least favorite part of the workout?
Honestly, abs, just because I put it at the end of my workout and at that time I'm just like so exhausted and I'm like, man, I already ran, I already lifted weights, but you gotta do them.
Does your fitness inform your music?
Yeah, I think staying fit and staying in the gym definitely helps my ability to make music, because like I said, it just gets those juices flowing, and I feel like if you're just sitting around all day and you're not being active, like you're just not generating like new creative ideas, so.
Are you a gymnast?
I'm not a gymnast, but I did study a little bit of that. Like for a year or two, I was training to get my back tuck and my front flip, and I got it for a while, but one time I landed on my head and I was like, I don't know if this is really worth it. Like, it's cool, but I don't know.
What music do you listen to when you work out?
Rick Ross, Future, Young Thug.
What's your favorite sport?
Yeah, so basketball is my favorite sport. I try to play every day that I can, you know, whether there's a park I can pull up to or an indoor gym. I'm always just trying to ball with my bros.
What's your favorite team?
My favorite team of all time is the San Antonio Spurs. That's where I'm from, San Antonio, Texas, so go Spurs. All right, so I'm gonna get my workout on and then I'm gonna go back to the studio. So you guys are welcome to watch me do abs if you want. Here we go. All right, my workout's done. Now it's time for me to hit the studio. Let me show you.
Okay, time for rapid fire questions. 7 a.m. or 7 p.m. workout?
7 p.m.
Squat or deadlift?
Squat for sure.
Favorite song in your playlist?
Sugar by Brockhampton.
CrossFit, yay or nay?
Yes.
Pull-ups or chin-ups?
What's the difference?
Dumbbells or kettlebells?
Dumbbells.
Run on the treadmill or the great outdoors?
I run on the great outdoors.
Cardio or weights?
Cardio.
Big legs or big arms?
Big legs.
Biggest compliment, jacked, ripped, swole, or cut?
Jacked.
If you could work out with anyone, living or dead, who would it be?
I think if I was to work out with anybody in this world right now, it would be Arnold Schwarzenegger. I've seen him at the Gold's Gym that I work out at in Venice, so I know it's definitely not impossible.
Girl, my time is cruising quick, and so getting hot now.
So yeah, it's a little something I'm working on for you guys. It's not out yet, so. All right, well, it's been awesome hanging out with you guys, but I gotta kick you out because I gotta get back to my music, so let's get out of here.